Hi everyone, my name is Leslie Morales. I'm from Viña del Mar, Chile. I'm an English teacher and a neuropsychoeducator. And today I'm going to talk about promoting creative writing in the classroom, a spark of imagination. I really hope that these ideas can be that, a tiny spark that ignites your students' imagination. So let's start with a story. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Yuyu who lived in a great corner of the world, dreaming of the amazing places out there, places she would never be able to see with her own eyes. But one day, the monotonous gray of her room was shattered by the sudden appearance of a magic portal. Without thinking it twice, Yuyu boldly stepped into the portal, knowing that she could be teleported anywhere. So, if you were Yuyu, where would you be teleported to? I bet you are imagining yourself in that dream destination. I don't know, Europe, Asia, Africa. And you know why? Because research has found that when you listen to a story, your brainwaves actually start to synchronize with those of the storyteller. Our brains are literally wired to listen to stories. Just reading a narrative activates brain regions involved in deciphering or imagining a person's motives and perspective. So imagine what creating stories can do. And let me tell you something. I'm a teacher of English as a foreign language, and sometimes it can be too passive or focus on grammar rules or vocabulary lists that in the end affect attention and learning. That's why incorporating creativity can bring so many benefits. So let me share with you 4 ideas on how to foster students' creativity. 1. Character development. All students can create a character and learn English. Begin with a simple drawing activity and naming the character. And throughout the semester, assign tasks based on proficiency. For example, basic personal details for beginners. How old is you, where is she from? Progressing to descriptive activities and daily routine narratives for more advanced learners. Is she short? Is she tall? What time does she wake up? And this approach enhances active participation and individualized learning. 2. Alternative endings, my personal favorite. I always use a story called Murder in a Country House from American English File. The students start working together, trying to find out who the murderer is, and they listen to the suspect's alibis and all that. And once they discover the murderer, they can create their own alternative endings. So for instance, if the business partner was the real murderer, students work in groups changing that ending and creating wild stories where the wife or the lover or the daughter were the murderers. And every year my students are so creative and they always have so much fun. Alternative endings can be implemented in different levels with all sorts of stories. 3. Poetic narrative. I know. Writing poetry is hard, but promoting poetic narrative can be something achievable for students. All they have to do is go to Google and search for the happy page images. They are illustrations of simple reasons to be happy. And once they find one that makes them feel happy, they can write a text that feels poetic, like, for example, describing how they feel. And you can create posters and make this a collaborative activity using the happy picture like this and the student's text below. So you can promote your students' creativity in a totally different way. And 4, and the last one, depending on their English level, you can always ask them to write their own stories from scratch. And by writing their own love, fiction, horror stories, students can develop their creativity in a totally different way. So I would like to finish by saying that we are able to plant imagination seeds in our students using creative writing to learn English. And of course, there are a million ways where any teacher can use imagination in the classroom, because we know that every student has their own story to share, their own dreams to dream, and infinite ideas to find. When we help them to ignite that powerful imagination, the sky is the limit. Thank you very much.